thank you for coming to our student panel presentation for high schools. Can I see by a show of hands how many of you are 8th grade parents? Okay, great. 7th grade parents? Yes, 6th, younger. Excellent. Well, welcome everyone, and great, we have one more student. What is your name?
Erica Whiting.
Wonderful, Erica. You can sit here if you like. So you'll have to share that.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I know we're all anxious to hear from our students, but before we begin, I'd like to just point you to two important flyers up here. We have some information, a little handout for our Pasadena schools, and then this flyer is all of the open enrollment dates and information, and all the school tours are on the back. I also wanted to point out that information on the website, if you look for this logo on the website, it will take you to all the open enrollment information. So the open enrollment office wanted me to share this with you. We also have some of our high schools are leaving information up here, so I'd like to invite you to come and take some of the flyers at the end of the meeting. So good evening again. My name is Marissa Sarian. I'm the Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Education. And it's truly an honor to work with all of our high schools. And I'm really pleased to have so many of our high school principals, assistant principal here. So I'd like to introduce them first. In the end, we are here to hear from our panelists, but our administrators are in the room as well. So we have Mr. Brian Stanley from Rose City High School, Principal Rose City High School. Let's clap for them. Mr. Tim Sipple from John Muir High School, Principal of John Muir High School. We have Mr. Raymond Cross, Assistant Principal, Pasadena High School. Robert Hernandez, Principal, Pasadena High School. David Ibarra, Principal, Blair High School. Oh, it's so nice. The students are clapping, too, for you. So the moment we've all been waiting for. So if we could go around. We have the name tents on each of the tables, but if we could just go around as you introduce yourselves, and we will begin with you, Derica. Maybe you can introduce yourself and talk about some of the highlights, some of the activities that you're involved with at school. You'll be able to elaborate more on that, but just a quick introduction of some of the things you do at your school site.
Hello, my name is Derica Johnson, and I go to Rose City High School. I am an 11th grader, and I have been with Rose City High School for almost a year now, and to be honest, I love it. I've never enjoyed school as much as I have since going to Rose City. And everything, I just feel like everything there is just great, and you're really cared for.
Hi, my name is Lori Nalbandian, and I'm currently a 10th grader at Pasadena High School. I am the class president of 2019, and I'm involved in water polo and swim team at Pasadena High School. I'm involved also in the school orchestra, so I am involved in the Period Zero orchestra that they offer, and I love PHS, Go Bulldogs. My brother attended PHS, so I just followed in the footsteps, and I love it every day.
Hi, I'm Lily Small. I'm a 10th grader at Blair. I've been at Blair since 6th grade, so this is my 5th year. I'm on the ASB, where I'm the school site council representative for the students. I'm also on the swim team, and I'm in the concert band.
Hello, my name is Kaylee Knesny. I'm a senior at Blair High School this year, and I'm on ASB as well, but I am the Assemblies Commissioner for the senior class. Also, I'm in the IB program, which is a great thing Blair has to offer, and with that, I'm an IB ambassador to the school. Yes.
Hi, I'm Mary Ting. I'm a senior at Blair High School, and this year is my 7th year at Blair since the 6th grade. I'm the site's student member to the school board, and I'm on ASB as well, and I'm the founder and president of the Students with a Mentor program on campus, and go Vikings. Great.
Hello, everyone. My name is Leandro Escobedo. I'm a senior at John Muir High. I'm part of the journalism team at Muir, as well as baseball, Generation Green, and Footsteps to College.
Hello, I'm Trent Tomoyasu. I'm a junior at John Marshall Fundamental. I'm part of Asian Club, where I'm the president, and then cross country and golf, and also I'm here for ASB, where I'm corresponding secretary. I've been at Marshall since 6th grade, and I really love it there. So.
Hello, I'm Maite Garcia. I am the associate student body of Marshall Fundamental. I've been there since 6th grade. This is my 7th and final year. I am involved in NHS and Spanish Honor Society, and I am on cross country and track.
Hi, my name is Rachel Medina. I am a senior at CIS Academy. I have been there since my sophomore year, and what do I do so much there. Since it isn't that big of a school, I help do as much as we can. I help organize the field trips that the students want to do, and I basically, when we have these kind of meetings for the district, I come and represent the school.
Hello, my name is Carla Luviano. I'm a senior at John Muir High School. I'm the editor-in-chief of the student-run school newspaper, The Blazer. My sophomore and junior year, I was a cheerleader for the pep squad. My freshman year, I was on the soccer team, and I'm currently the senior class vice president, as well as a part of the Interact Club.
Hi, I'm Erica Whiting. I'm a senior at PHS. I am ASB president, Green Club president, and also president of NHS. I'm on the varsity tennis team and have been taking plenty of AP classes, so I know about that. So I'm going to end with Go Bulldogs.
Okay, we have Dr. Mark Anderson, who just joined us, principal of Marshall. We clap. Really pleased that Royce Grundy could join us as well. If you could introduce yourself, Royce, and any activities you're in.
My name is Royce Grundy. I'm a senior at PHS, and like many of them, I'm also part of ASB as the student board representative, and I'm one of the team captains for cross country, and I'm also part of Green Club.
Thank you, everyone. So I don't think we need to go around in order again, but any of you who would like to comment on the academics, how you're challenged in your schoolwork and what you love, what kind of, I think that's what parents want, to make sure that students are challenged and they are learning and doing their best. So any of you who would like to comment on the academic offerings or what is exciting about your school.
I know our programs differ. Our PHS has a lot of APs. I know Blair has the IB system, which we don't have. But APs are classes you can take, and you can get college credit for them by passing a test at the end of the year. And I think we have 22 of them now. I might be off by one or two, but there were so many different ones, from English to history classes to music APs. So there are many challenging classes you can take.
Also, adding on to what Erica just said, we have AP classes at Muir, and then we also are partnered with PCC for college courses, which guarantee you credit for taking the course if you get a passing grade. And those are held after school. But usually, if you have the class after school, you are able to get earlier dismissal if you are a junior or a senior.
Okay, so at Blair we have the IB program as well as APs, not nearly as many as 22, but we do have some. The IB program offers college credit as well if you take specific class tests at the end of the year. I, for one, am in the Diploma program, so all my classes are IB, but you can choose to be a certificate candidate where you just get certificates at graduation for the specific classes you've taken, whereas I will get the diploma for taking all of them. Yeah, it's a more wholesome and rigorous, I think, program because it's more focused on depth rather than like fact-based, I guess. Would you like to add?
The IB diploma, if received, it's an additional diploma with your. You get your high school diploma, the GED, all that good stuff, but then you also get the IB diploma, which it basically qualifies you for higher learning anywhere in the world. It's internationally recognized as you're well qualified for any institution. So it's instead of at AP, the advantages of AP is that you get to choose which ones you want to take, and like if you're really good at math, you then go take the calculus A, B, B, C. But IB is centered around well-rounded students, which means you have 3 higher level courses and 3 standard level courses. So for us, the higher levels are biology, history of the Americas, and English, and our standard levels are physics. You can take sports, health, exercise, music, or Spanish, and also anyway, so those are the courses. Since we're small, there's not a ton of students in the diploma program. It's growing though, but there's only that 6 set that you can choose, and the only interchangeable ones is the standard level science. But it centers around being a well-rounded learner. So the core is the IB Learner Profile, which is also in the middle years program, which is 6 through 10, and then the diploma is 11 through 12. And then it's all centered around the Theory of Knowledge course, which covers the ways in which we think and why we think like that. And then it's all accompanied by 150 or more community creativity, action, and service hours, as well as a 4,000-word extended essay over the course of 2 years. So it's a program, not a course. You can take certain courses if you're just going for a certificate, but the IB diploma program is a full-out program.
At Marshall, we also have AP classes. Every senior, by the time you are done graduating, at least finishes one AP class. The teachers are very supportive and they really care about the students, since Marshall is mostly an academic school rather than a sports school. Do you want to add anything?
Oh, and also we offer plenty of AP classes. So if you're worried about your like student competing in like elite level colleges, like they have the right classes to get to them there. So yeah.
Along to elaborate on what the students are saying, at Pasadena High School, if you are part of sports or part of music, they are very helpful in making sure that your grades are at a higher level standard, because that is what we want in the students at Pasadena High School, especially when it comes to I play water polo, so every time my coach asks me, make sure that you guys always make sure your grades are good, and make sure you're keeping up with your assignments, because we are very everybody on campus is very supportive of us maintaining a high GPA standard throughout PHS.
With CIS, we are an alternative ed high school, but we also do offer middle schools too, which they come in on Fridays. But with being alternative ed, we are in independent studies. We do everything online. We are a virtual school. We usually don't collect that much paper, but when we do, you give it to your head teacher. You'll have your own teacher that will contact with your other teachers. And even though we don't offer physical classes for AP, we do offer those classes. And like the other schools, we do have, we are partners with PCC, and our students do have more time to go and take classes there, depending on their schedule. And it has helped a lot of the students there to get the classes that they aren't able to get since we're alternative ed and not traditional. You get dual enrollment, you get the college credit, and you get double credit at the school. So if you were to take a college credit class, you get 10 credits for it, for high school. and I love that program. It's helped me a lot, and that's it.
Great. So maybe we can switch to leadership opportunities. We know that we are really working to develop and nurture these well-rounded students, and there are lots of leadership opportunities and extensions of classroom activities. If any of you are in leadership positions, or if you could talk about the benefits of doing that, if you are in academies or other programs that offer other opportunities outside of a classroom for you to have clearer goals for yourself, or to plan for your future differently. So just if you could talk about that a little bit.
At Marshall, we offer many leadership positions. There's ASB, then you could join any club that we have, or you could start your own club. I am in ASB, and this weekend we are actually having a leadership retreat where we will learn more about ourselves, and we will have different workshops to make our ASB commissioners better leaders throughout the school. And next year in April, we will be going to another leadership conference in San Jose. I don't know if any of you have heard of it, but it's called Castle, and that will also improve our commissioners to become better leaders. And we also have ACI, that's our new academy, and I'm not in it, but it's for the creative arts.
Yeah, and also at Marshall, we have a lot of clubs. I think there's like 32 active clubs right now. And so I'm the president of Asian Club, which is a club of like 150 people about. And so, like, even though I'm a junior, like, I established myself in there, and then, so there is definitely opportunity for people to take leadership roles at Marshall.
Okay. We also offer ASB at Muir. That's more a Carlos thing, though, because I never joined ASB. But we also do ambassadors for each academy. So I'm part of the business academy, and I'm a business ambassador. So I go around and promote what my academy does and everything we offer. Through the business academy, you also have a thing called virtual enterprise, which is our senior project. And through that, you can either do CEO, CFO, or VP of a certain department. I'm VP of sales for our department at Muir Threads, which is our screen printing and embroidering company that we're making it at Muir. And we'll be doing screen printing shirts for PCC as well as for Muir. And we'll be doing hats as well. There's also other things like Turner Morose's ambassador, which is I'm also part of, so I get to help out with the building of floats and doing the parade and helping plan out any events that are going on and just be involved in the city.
Just to expand onto what Leandro was saying about the academies, at John Muir, when you enroll, we do require for you to enter one of our 3 academies, which is the business and entrepreneurship. We have the arts, entertainment, and media, which is the one I'm a part of, and then we also have the engineering and environmental science academy. And pretty much each academy focuses on certain courses that their students are allowed to take. We do take the same general classes, English, math, but then there are more courses that are more rigorous within their subject, and they expand on the whole engineering idea, the whole arts idea. And there are plenty of leadership opportunities that each academy offers. How Leandro said, we do have ambassadors per academy. I'm an ambassador for the Arts, Entertainment, Media Academy. And one leadership position that I have been offered through the academy, but is available to the whole school, is the journalism class. It's a class that we have every day. We have it on even and our odd periods because John Muir is on a block schedule. And as the editor-in-chief, it's a very good experience because I've got to develop my English skills a lot, and just being able to run a student-run newspaper and have it go through printing, having to pay the bills. It's been stressful, but it's been a really great learning experience.
So at PHS, like a lot of the schools that I represented tonight, there are like plenty of clubs and like a plethora of sports you can join, and so those all have leadership positions within them. But there's also like groups like ASB, which are here today, and that's available. Like, while you may not be president of your club or your like captain of your sports team your sophomore or your like junior year, ASB is a way for underclassmen to get involved, which is really nice. Like, we also have like the Rose Tournament Student Ambassadors program, and I think we also have like the site councils and like things like the district meetings where we are represented by kids on campus as well.
And to elaborate on what Erica was saying, we also offer our App Academy, which is a computer coding program. I personally am not involved in it, but I have many friends that are involved in it, and they get their own laptops and they get to experience firsthand how to code on a computer, and if they are interested in going into that field, they have prior experience and they're given opportunities through it, like internships. I know somebody got an internship at JPL to do a computer coding program with them. And we also offer the CAMED program, which is our arts program. And there's Beta, which is the visual program of it. And then there's, I'm drawing a blank.
Law and public service.
Thank you. Law and public service. And they offer, we have an actual mock courtroom, and they get experience with firsthand with trials, with actual court cases, and the students get to experience it and get to play plaintiff and defender, and so it's very interesting and fun experience.
At Blair, we also do have ASB, but since we are a 6 through 12 school, we also have middle schoolers represented on our ASB, which I've always thought added an interesting perspective and way to learn how to cooperate with people who might not necessarily have the same wants or needs as you in terms of a school environment. We also have lots of clubs. I think probably our best represented clubs are ones like Black Student Union, Latino Student Union, and then Gay Straight Alliance, which I think is the largest one in the district, which recently went to Models of Pride, which is a leadership conference. Our ASB also went to a leadership conference in October? Yeah. And we, had a nice bonding day where we did all sorts of team building exercises and stuff like that. We also have various other clubs like art club, creative writing, that sort of thing, that all offer leadership opportunities not only to seniors and juniors. If you are elected the president of a club, your grade doesn't really matter, which I've always thought was a cool aspect of it. And also we have all clubs are open to middle schoolers as well, which then can offer sort of cooperation and stuff like that.
Thank you. I think Derica has been trying to.
At Rose City, I'm sorry. Huh?
It's on.
You're good. At Rose City, we have a couple clubs, and one of them is SLB, which is the club that I'm a part of, and it has just opened my eyes to a lot of different perspectives, and it has helped me become more open and become more shy, because before SLB, I would not be sitting here. It has helped me become less shy of a person.
What is SLB?
Student Leadership Body.
Got it. Thank you.
And it has really taught each and everyone, I feel if I could say, how to be leaders in our own way, and we help with the field trips and fundraise for whatever we do need. We also have journalism. I'm not in that, so I can't speak on that a lot.
Do I have more students from Rose City now? Oh, okay. We have more seats if you want to. Asia and Raver?
Yeah.
Okay, anyone else on leadership opportunities?
I have something.
Okay.
At CIS, we don't have that many clubs. We only have 2, but we have the Medical Arts Academy too. But the clubs that we have are Leo's, which is part of the Lions International Club, and we have HOSA, which is for future healthcare professionals, and they're both great clubs. I'm a part of both. But with the Medical Arts Academy, we do offer a lot of internships through that. Some are paid, some aren't. We have an internship at Huntington Memorial Hospital, one at Kaiser Permanente, and then one coming up from USC. And they're all different opportunities that the kids go through. At Huntington Hospital, you're more hands-on with the patients. At Kaiser Permanente, you are learning more of the business aspect of the medical field. And with the USC internship coming up, we will be doing both hands-on and the business aspect of both. And it's with the optology department there. And a lot of our kids are excited about it, especially since most of them are getting paid this year for it of a $600 stipend. So.
Oh, I forgot to mention Blair also has the Health Careers Academy, which is available from 9th to 12th grade, and all seniors in it are offered internships. Most of them are at Huntington Hospital since it's so close, but there's also several local practices that have internships with students, and it also has HOSA involved in it. So.
Great. So I'd like to ask you a question about the safety of the campus. I think a lot of the parents, my kids are grown, they're adults, but I remember the change from middle to high school. Sometimes, the kids just look so much taller. And, pardon me? So if you could just talk about how you feel on your campus, talk about safety, if you could say anything, and you can be, truthful. The parents are here to hear about our schools, so go ahead. Should we go around in order, or we'll do popcorn like we have?
I'll go first. Since we're such a small school, and we're on PHS campus, everyone that's a student at CIS has to wear their lanyard with their ID. You check in when you start your hours, and then you clock out, and you go through the same door. There's no way getting in. So it's pretty safe, as I can say. We do have a teacher that makes sure that none of our students go onto PHS campus, because we will get fined for being on PHS campus, because that is a different school. So a lot of our students know that, and they have gotten in trouble for being on PHS campus, but we are pretty safe there.
Being a 6th through 12th school, Marshall is a really easy transition from middle school to high school, because by the time you're in 7th grade, you already know, well, if you start off 6th grade, by the time you're in 7th grade, you already know where all the classes are. And having been through that transition, I guess, all the high schoolers are really nice to the middle schoolers. There's not really a problem with high schoolers being mean to the middle schoolers. It's more middle schoolers kind of having problems with other middle schoolers that might cause little interactions, I guess, or altercations. But other than that, there's many different places to exit Marshall, but there's always security guards stationed there, so it's a pretty safe school.
Yeah, and going off what Maite said, there's never really been any actual incident worth discussing, like at Marshall, about like violence or anything. And when I went into the high school from middle school, it just seemed like any other like transition, going from like 7th to 8th and 8th to 9th. It wasn't like a big deal at all. So if you're already at Marshall, then you don't need to worry about going into high school.
I think spending all my 4 years at Muir, I haven't had a day where I didn't feel safe. We always have our security guards roaming the campus and going through the halls, making sure we're on time and safe to our to our classes. If you're outside the hallway, you go straight into tardy sweep and then straight into your class, quick as it can be. Mr. Sipple knows everybody usually by name. He literally he'll say hi to every single student if he can, and I don't think he'll let anybody slip by if he doesn't know you. So I don't think I ever feel unsafe at school.
I think going along with the same theme as everyone else, there's always going to be a few isolated incidents that happen no matter where you are or who you are, or even if you're not involved. There's always going to be an incident sometime, but it doesn't really affect the majority of the population at our schools. Even if an incident happens, it doesn't affect anyone else than the literal people involved. So being said, I've never felt unsafe. I've been at Blair for 7 years, and I've moved campuses like 3 times. We cross the street to go to certain classes. We bump into each other, but I've never felt unsafe ever. So.
Yeah, going off that, first of all, we have a very nice security guard. He always says hi to us. We always say hi to him. Very nice. Also, sort of on the same lines as the middle school, high school transition, Mary touched on it earlier, but we have a club called Swamp that she started, and it's to help, like, make school seem safer for the middle schoolers, more welcoming, since they're a big part of Blair, since we share a campus. So that's another thing that we offer to make it a safer place.
An interesting thing about Blair is that it's an open campus, which, should seem threatening, but to me it's always just made it seem more friendly. There's all of our security guards who everyone knows by name, and they'll be like, "Hi, Pam. Hi, Reggie." And they'll say hi back to you. They have their little golf cart that they ride around on. There's a park right next to the school, which a lot of students hang out in after school. There's also a public library where a lot of students go after school to do their homework, and the librarians kind of feel like they've adopted 1,000 children because it's just such a loving community. We aren't a very large school, so I've always felt that Blair is sort of like my second family. I've always felt connected to people who aren't even in my grade. Like when I was in middle school, I was able to have warm relationships with high schoolers, and now that I'm in high school, I'm able to look down at middle schoolers and still feel that same connectedness. So I've always felt very safe and at Blair.
At Pasadena High School, we have a lot of security guards on campus to make sure that everybody gets to class on time, make sure everybody is safe on campus. We also have our security guards that roam around with their little go-karts, and they're all very friendly. If you see them in the morning, they always say good morning to you. I personally have a great relationship with the security guards. Whenever I need something, like if I forget a textbook, for example, in a classroom, they offer to open it for me. So they always make sure that a student is safe. They always make sure that teachers help students and students help the teachers. So we have a great communication throughout PHS with administration and with security and staff.
At Rose City, the Rose City campus is really, really small. So we do have security right there. So, and like a couple other people touched upon, they do know everyone's name because it is very small, and a lot of kids are with Rise, which is where they stay in the room all day, and they work, basically it's independent studies. And so it's not that many people who do come back and forth. Therefore, security knows everyone. And if there were to be a problem, they would have it handled.
Can I speak on Rose City too?
Yeah, Royce and then.
So I've been in PHS 4 years, and I've never felt unsafe at the campus. And I'm not gonna lie and say there has been some incidents of people, getting out their frustration, but they're usually diffused really quickly by our security guards and teachers and faculty. And I know that at lunch, I know we're the biggest high school campus. There's a lot of people to keep track of, but I know that I always see Mr. Hernandez, Mr. Cross, walking around, being friendly, just diffusing anything that would happen that would make anyone feel unsafe. And I just know for the transition to middle school to high school, we're not, connected with the middle school like Marshall and Blair, but we do our best to make sure everyone is included because, we want the freshmen to, be part of the spirited nature we have at PHS. So.
At Rose City, it's a small school, like she said, but at the same time, everybody knows everybody, and the staff is very friendly. And if there were to be an altercation, I think the teachers or the staff will like catch it before it even happens and make everybody communicate. Yeah, but Rose City, I feel very safe there. Everybody's friendly.
So the last thing I want you to comment on is the athletic program. So I know that various sports are offered on different, so maybe athletics, and then we'll open it up to our parents in case you have questions.
Since Rose City is a small school, we do not have sports such as other schools, but our amazing staff, they ended up getting us a PE room. So now we can do PE credits, and it's really amazing. We have weights and we have weights in there, and it's like a soft floor, and we have mats and all type of stuff. So we don't have to go outside and sweat. We're in the air conditioner, and I feel like that's amazing.
We, like, probably a lot of you have, like, plenty of sports per season. There's 3 seasons, and you practice, I think, every day for every sport, unless I think golf is, like, twice a week, but I'm not sure. But we have, like, plenty of sports for anyone who wants to join. But, like, people who aren't into sports, we also have, like, cheer and a dance team and dance class and other things that people can be involved in. And, like,
That's good. Maybe you can talk about the arts as well. So what arts offerings?
well, there too. Like, while we have like athletics represented on our ASB commissions, we also have the arts. So we have 2 arts academies, which I think Lori discussed, and we have band, like all sorts of bands, like jazz band, drumline, like marching band, orchestra, things like that. And like along with the sports, there is a sports med class for kids who are interested in the medical field, where you're like assigned to, I think you're assigned to a sports team. So you show up to their home games and their away game. I don't know. You show up to their games and you help with injuries, which is cool.
Quickly to go off of what Erica was saying, if you are part of marching band, for the first semester, you do get PE credits. So if you are involved in marching band all 4 years, you will fulfill your 2-year requirement of PE. And so that's a benefit out of that, especially if you're somebody who doesn't like PE, although marching band does require like walking on the field and doing all their awesome routines that they do. And also, including with all the sports that are offered on campus, again, like Erica said, if you are more of the peppy type and you want to support our teams, we do offer Orchesis, which is funded through Learns. And we also have our cheerleading team and a separate dance team offered through the school.
Blair isn't known for sports, and that's all right. We know it. It's also untrue in sports like basketball and track, which go to CIF and succeed. But the flip side, I will say, if PHS is probably more of an athletic powerhouse than Blair is, and that's fine. But a positive that came out of that was, especially for me, I'm not that athletic, but I wanted to play sport to stay active, make some friends freshman year, to be a part of things, become involved. So I tried out for the volleyball team, and I made it, surprisingly. Okay, so me and a lot of other people, we play the sports because we like it and we enjoy it. So there's a really healthy mentality just within the teams of just cohesiveness and unity of people really doing stuff because they enjoy it, not because they feel pressured to pursue something or pressured to win. And there's just really a healthy vibe surrounding the sports, even if it's not necessarily all victory. But yeah.
And just to talk on the arts at Blair, I've always been very proud of our arts, all our visual arts and our performing arts. Last year, we won Judges Invitational, which is a statewide competition for bands, where first you have to get a gold rating at a different music competition, and then you go and compete. And it was our first year ever competing, and we won the gold. It's kind of surprising, but we were super excited about it. We're going again this year. Our band director, he's amazing. He runs the beginning, intermediate, transitional, advanced bands, plus a jazz band and an orchestra. So he's just amazing. We also have an amazing visual arts teacher who I'm involved in visual arts, and she's helped me improve so much over the years. She always pushes people to join competitions and constantly gets them to win, like the Rose Parade statue contest. We've won that a lot. So, and it's because of her guidance. So I'd say that the guidance that you get in the arts is top tier at Blair.
One more thing aside from all that, we also have the ROTC program where people can take that instead of doing PE credits. They get that through the program with their PT time, physical training, I think. So with that, they can like pursue their interest in the Army or Marines or whatever through that.
Like at Blair, Marshall isn't really known for their sports, but there are definitely good teams in our program. I do cross country, and there's good people in it, and they're competitive, but I'm on JV, so it's like not really like that competitive. It's more like friendly and everything. And I also do golf, where it's just more fun than actual like more of like it's a challenge still, but it's not like very demanding. It's like more fun than it is like a hassle. And what our school is really known for is our arts, which is especially our marching band, which is award-winning. Mr. Lopez directs the marching band. He's also in charge of the band program, so the middle school and high school. And then we have a very good orchestra and choir. So yeah.
Just to add on, there's also sports that are offered through Learns for the middle schoolers, and we also have cheer team, dance team, JV for both, and we also have graphic design, drama, and the ACI Academy for the arts.
Oh, and also we have a brand new gym opening tomorrow, which is our first home game for basketball. And so, yeah, it's a big deal at our school, I guess.
Well, at John Muir High School, we are mostly known for our football team, mostly because of the rivalry with PHS, and we did get the bell back. And also, but we do offer a variety of sports that you can join even if you've never played the sport before, because they do offer JV teams, which kind of shape you, get you used to the sport, and you can just learn to develop from there. Also, we do offer for every I think almost for every sport, for every guys male team we have a complimentary female team, so everyone just feels included. And I can speak on how the soccer team helped me my freshman year a lot. You do bond with your teammates and through sports, and also with the cheerleading team, we did a lot of bonding. And I know our athletic director goes above and beyond to make sure that we have funds for our athletics program. She always organizes for us to have fundraisers at the Rose Bowl, just with the football games or any events that are held at the Rose Bowl. We do get some of those proceeds for the athletics program. And also I'm a part of the Arts Academy, so we do offer certain courses like film and video production, graphic design, which are all great skills to have once you go out into the work field, because of all of how technology is impacting our society so much. I feel like that is a great skill to have. And you don't have to be a part of the Arts Academy to take certain courses. You can take them regardless of your academy.
So I'd like to ask our principals if you'd like to add anything, or should we open it up to parents? Okay. So I'm not sure if I asked the right questions. I hope you get a feel for what's available on each campus and how these really amazing, impressive students have developed over the years, and have become such eloquent, young, practicing adults, I call them. They're going to be adults soon. So any questions from the audience? Yes.
So Blair and Marshall are the only ones that had started sixth grade and go up, right?
Correct, Blair and Marsh. So I don't know, we're being televised. You might want to come up here and use this mic so that once it's televised, they'll hear your question. Can you come up for your question?
I'm sure I can be loud enough.
Okay.
The mic.
Okay. The question is, are Blair and Marshall the only schools that begin in sixth grade? And yes, those are the two sixth.
Actually,
CIS as well. CIS
does offer
Academy.
it. Yes.
The alternative school,
The alternative ed school, we do offer it.
original one in LAUSD in 1970.
We offer it. Our middle schoolers do come on Fridays, but when we have field trips, we involve the middle schoolers. We have some of our high school students like join the middle schoolers, so then they won't feel left out and be like, oh, like scared of us. Period.
So
So,
your
yeah.
physical location though is on PHS, right?
It's right behind PHS, so you know the little alley like that separates it. Nope.
That's
Okay.
all right.
There's an alleyway.
It's like an alleyway. Yeah.
If someone who's going to one of the other schools wants to take a program or a class that's offered at something like an alternative school, are they allowed to switch or take a class or get permission? Or once they go to a particular school, are they locked into that forever?
So with our school, we are continuously having different students come in and out. Like we can have one student come in first semester and leave second semester, or come in second semester and stay with us. It depends on the student. I've seen students from different schools come to our school after school to take our, I believe, our home health aid class that we offer on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I've seen a couple PHS students that take some classes through our medical arts academy. But other than that, no.
I heard you mention that you see them for separate semesters. So you're going to have a student from one school go to your school for a semester and then back? Is that what you meant?
Well, our school is mainly to, every student has a different situation. Our school is to, you can make up grades that you didn't do well in. It depends on the arrangement you have with your home school. With me, I attended it because I couldn't go to school regularly because of medical reasons. So I made an agreement. I was going to PHS before this, and me and my counselor decided for me to go to CIS to go and fix my grades that I messed up in freshman year. And I was supposed to go back junior year, but I fell in love with the school, and I loved the medical arts program that we had.
Okay, just to yeah. So the questions are, can you be enrolled in multiple schools? And currently, we have a handful of students who are dual enrolled, but mostly students have to go through the process to get into one of our alternative ed programs. Rose City High School is one, CIS Academy. We also have Twilight, which is our night school, and many of the students actually take courses in Twilight. So some of the faculty from Rose City and CIS teach in Twilight. Yeah.
This is a general question. I know we have all of the staff here, administration. What is the graduate rate for seniors at each school?
Okay, to repeat for the TV audience, what is the graduation rate on each of our campuses? So more than 90%. So, Tim, maybe you can. Mr. Sippel, please.
I don't know the rates for all 4 high schools, but they're high. I think ours might be the lowest, but we're at 85%, I think. So, and that's a 4-year. The way the state measures graduation rates, the way the federal government measures graduation rates, is of the students who start with you in 9th grade, how many of them successfully graduate after 4 years? There used to be a way to measure graduation rate to say, well, how many do you have at the beginning of senior year, 12th grade, and how many of those students finish at the end of the year? And that's not really fair. But that graduation rate for public schools in California is much higher than the average. Marshall's is 96, and I think we all fall in that range. And the rates have increased dramatically over the last 10 years also.
We have Dr. Chamberlain from PHS has joined us too, another one of our assistant principals. Say hello to everyone, Dr. Chamberlain. Did you have a question?
I have a question as to a business program. I know
Mirror?
Muir
Yeah.
has a good business program, and I wanted to know which other high school has a really strong business program, because I have a 13-year-old that's really for business and entrepreneurship.
That's specifically at Mirror.
That's it.
Yeah. So at first they start off with personal finance, where they can learn about how to do taxes and what mom and dad usually have to go through when they have to pay bills. Then we go on to marketing and accounting, where you can learn about how to advertise and get yourself out there and do speech and everything. And we also do culinary arts along with that. I forgot to mention that as well. So in 11th grade, I think we continue with marketing as well as ethics. And then in 12th grade, which is where I'm at right now, we do virtual enterprise, which is where we make a mock company. But this year we're actually doing our company. So it's Mirror Threads, where we do screen printing and embroidery, and we'll be doing it for PCC as well as our on-campus school.
Also at Marshall, we offer dual enrollment classes at PCC. So I took a dual enrollment class last year where we learned about like taxes and mortgages and stuff. And also we have clubs. We have a business club, and so they talk about like the business aspect of like the business industry pretty much. So yeah.
So as you know, even if Amir is not your school of residence, you can apply to be in that academy or to go to the school. But I wanted to let you know that all of our high schools have a College and Career Academy, and some of the skills they learn are transferable. So they're skills that they can use in any industry once they go to college and then to the work field, or if they choose to work while they're in college. So some of the skills they learn, regardless of the theme of the academy, are transferable. You had a comment?
Rose City is good. I have an internship from Rose City recently, and recently we have been focusing on our career. I guess they want us to focus on our career and what we want to be, because a lot of kids our age, or no, my age, know, like, you ask them what they want to be, they don't know. So basically, he's trying to focus on what we want to go for, and basically very, like, push us, motivate us to go there. And yeah, we have great counselor who sets that up for you, and have different things that you can do to build and be what you want to be in different internships. Like if you would like to go into medical field, I recently have an internship to a medical field, to a retirement home, and that's something that I want to do. So it's not something like, it's something in the long run I want to do. It's not just a job I need right now.
Yes, Blair Students IB program.
The diploma or the middle years program? So the diploma program starts in the 11th grade, and the only prerequisite you really need is that you have completed Algebra 2 and you've taken world history. So there's a lot of misconceptions that you have to like test in or something like that, but those are really the only two. You just need to be at that level. And it's a set of courses that follow a set of principles set out by the International Baccalaureate program, which it all focuses around the theory of knowledge course and the IB learner profile, which has characteristics like caring, knowledgeable, inquirers, open-minded, communicators. So they're all things that we are pushed to emulate in these courses. So the IB diploma program, if you receive the diploma, is a supplemental diploma to your high school graduation, and it basically is international recognition that you're ready for higher learning. So and it's like we have I'm a senior, and some of my friends are applying to schools in Scotland, in London, and just like some schools in Europe and international schools, because with the IB diploma courses, they know that you're at that level no matter like which country it is. So at Blair, we only have basically one set of courses that you take. It's 3 higher levels and 3 standard levels. And to get the diploma, you need to also complete an extended essay, which is an original research 4,000-word report between the 11th and 12th grade. And you also have to complete 150 or more creativity, action, and service hours. And so all that put together qualifies you for the diploma, and then you take the test and submit your internal assessments, and then you find out if you get the diploma. Our grade, we have 9 diploma students out of the whole senior class, but there's around 50 who have at least one course. So a lot of students don't want to take on the entire course load, so they'll take IB English or just IB Spanish or one of the courses. So, but full diploma, we have 9 in our grade. In junior year, I think there's around like 16 who are going for the
usually by senior year people decide to switch to only certificates, but yeah.
Yeah.
So can you tell me how many hours of how much homework you have every night?
Okay. It's hard. There's a lot of work. But I have found, I've taken AP courses and IB courses, and they both call for rigorous studying and assignments. But I have found that in IB classes, it's less of busy work. I found an AP tests, which are multiple choice, a lot of it is focused on how many facts do you know. But in IB, it's more of, there's no multiple choice questions, it's all essay based. And basically, what can you do with the facts that you know? Or how can you apply it to your own life? Or what is your own perspective on a certain historical event or a certain scientific discovery? So really looking at things from all angles. And I have found that I succeed more in IB courses because I'm just not that kind of boom, 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 know all those dates and facts. So I like the IB courses because it allows me to bring more of my own personality, my own reasoning into essays, projects, presentations, stuff like that.
So you didn't tell us how much you study.
A lot, but it's worth it. And
okay, very
yes.
good. Anybody else want?
I mean, it all
on average, how much? What should the parents expect?
It really depends on like what classes you're taking, but also like what type of classes you're taking, what classes you're taking all affect, and kind of what grade you're in. Because like freshman year, you don't have that much homework, but you still are a little overwhelmed because you're new to high school. But like it's definitely like increased throughout my high school career, at least. But as you get like to higher grades, teachers start giving you longer assignments rather than just day-by-day busy work. So you might find yourself like with a 2-week long polling project for like your gov class, or like something due in 3 days, where it's like they rely on your time management skills rather than like how many hours you can crank out of homework.
I think I speak for most of the schools here that even in the rigorous courses or in the academies, there's a lot of support systems for, like if you're struggling, there's people you can go to for help. And especially in the IB Diploma program with like only 9 of us in classes of like 12 to 15, we're really there for each other. Like we have it's certainly a cohort. Like there's support systems in place for all of the academies and programs and courses. So you're not going it alone.
It's doable.
Yeah.
I have 2 questions. One is directly towards you, or just to kind of elaborate on the block scheduling and how that kind of, balancing that out with doing the academy work along with the standardized general education. And then the second question that I would like to ask generally, because Pasadena Unified kind of gets a bad rap with a lot of people going to private schools, getting out of Pasadena and going out to, let's say, the Valley to go to school, especially with sports athletes. My daughter here plays soccer, so I know that I would like to go to a soccer school per se, but I know if any of you guys have been in this area, it's kind of club-based. So if there's any like club, you know, guys can look at the soccer team and things like that. But those are my two questions. So basically,
Okay, so block scheduling, more information on block scheduling at Muir, and how
feel that staying here,
staying here has benefited you, although, you know, yes, because of
Yeah.
going to a
private school compared to private school.
outside of the district.
Okay, so just to elaborate on the block schedule at Mir, we do have, so every Tuesday and Thursdays, we have our odd periods, which are periods 1, 3, 5, and 7. So we only have 4 periods per day, which means our classes are an hour and a half. Each class is an hour and a half. So we have first period, third period. We then go to nutrition, and then we have advisory. And then after that, we have 5th period, lunch, and then 7th period. So that would be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then Wednesdays and Fridays, it's the same system, except with your even day, with your even block, with your even period. So it'd be 2, 4, 6, and then 8. And our Mondays do alternate because Mondays are shorter days. Our classes are only an hour on that day. But one Monday will be an odd Monday, which means you have your first period, third period, 5th, and 7th. But that doesn't mean that Tuesday switches to an even day. It continues the same. Tuesdays and Thursdays, Wednesdays and Fridays are set. It's just the Mondays that alternate. Yes.
2, 4, 6, 8 on Monday as well.
Yeah.
Just not giving
Yeah, exactly. It just alternates per week.
But students at Muir take 8 classes as opposed to 6 on other campuses. Yes, and because of the 8-period day and the block schedule. So why, you know,
I guess the second
why
question.
should they come to stay in PUSD and not a private school?
I believe in terms of general education, what you give is what you get. So all of our programs, all of our curriculum, the special academies, they're amazing programs. And if you put in the work, you'll succeed no matter where you are. Because at private schools, maybe they have higher IB acceptance rates or higher average SAT scores. But at the end of the day, you'll get a great education at any one of these schools. But based on the fact that you're here tonight, just shows that you're in it and you're ready to do it, and you'll succeed.
Adding to
Go ahead.
Adding
Go
to
ahead.
that, well, okay, yes. If you're worried about looking in the long run, like for college, colleges look for what you took advantage of at your school, not necessarily what school you went to. So I think being in PUSD, seeing all the opportunities that we have, if, like Mary said, if you look to take advantage of these, you'll be fine. Blair last year had a Harvard, someone going to Harvard, John Hopkins, so it's possible at PUSD, just as it is anywhere else. Also, I personally used to go to school in LAUSD, and I found that it was no better, if not worse, than my experience has been here. I feel just being on the community of Blair, at least, it's been warmer than both of the 2 schools I went to in LAUSD, and also it's just been a better experience. So going to another district is not pointed. Also, on your athletics question, I've done soccer in AYSO. I'm not looking to pursue soccer or anything like your daughter maybe, but there's other ways to find it because Blair isn't a soccer school.
Some of our students who haven't contributed or haven't answered as many questions, maybe just invite you to chime in.
Oh, so I can answer specifically for PHS and on the academics, and especially your athletics question. I played both the club side and the AYSO side of soccer, and I know at PHS, specifically the boys soccer team, you know, Sharif Zain, who's our head soccer coach for boys, but he also helps out a lot on the girls side. He runs CZ Elite, a club that is, especially well known in Pasadena, around the LA area for being, you know, one of the top soccer clubs. And a lot of his a lot of his players decide to come to PHS, not just because they know Sharif, but also because they want to join the academic side, because they know that they can get basically, I think, a similar education that you can get at private schools, in that you get teachers that are dedicated to helping the students, and also you have programs that help specialties in careers such as FADA and GCA, PHS, and, you know, the business and engineering academies at Mir. And so specifically for girls soccer, I know a lot of players and they play club, and they said that, coming to PHS, it's playing girls soccer, it's a lot less of a sort of like dog-eat-dog world of club soccer, and it's more of a family, but you're also, competing on CIF level. And so I think it's just better overall in terms of just getting to know your teammates and doing well in school, while also not paying a penny for your education and your athletics.
Also, like when you come to a public school, I think you get a little bit more of like cultural diversity as well as like you see people like from every walk of life at basically any of the schools that are represented tonight. Like sometimes at a private school, it may be people who can afford it or who are there like for certain reasons, but like at places especially like at PHS or like other schools, it's really like from every corner of the city and like any sort of economic like or social status or any sort of like cultural status. So I think you get a lot of more diversity, which is really awesome. It's more like realistic to where we live today, especially like in LA. And also like you're gonna pay a lot for college. So I don't know if you want to spend that money now or in 4 years. So keep that in mind.
One thing that I would like to add to what the student said is I've always been a public school student my whole academic career. And leaving middle school, I was dead set actually on going to private school. And after going to private schools and looking at them and what they had to offer, it was nothing compared to what public schools had to offer me, because they had ASB, they had sports, they had the right academics that I wanted. And now that I am the 10th grader at Pasadena High School, I see that that choice that I made was the correct one, because it helped. PHS has the right counselors, it has the right tools to guide you in the direction that, especially if you are maybe a special ed student, or if you have any academic challenges. I know public schools for sure offer a very strong team to help you through that. I personally went through that experience because my brother had a 504 plan, and his counselor, Ms. Martinez, guided him the whole way through to make sure that he was on the right academic track and graduated high school successfully, and which he did. And so that's one thing that I especially love about Pasadena High School and public schools.
Kind of similar to her situation, my 8th grade year, going into high school, I was going to go play soccer at LaSalle because I was in the club since I was 8 years old. But I decided to go to Muir instead because I just felt like the whole public school environment would benefit me more, just, more real life situations, like Erica said, more cultural diversity, and, just a more like enriching environment. I just felt like, and I knew I wasn't going to pursue soccer like after high school, and my dad was just like, oh, go to LaSalle, and I was like, no. So, I just feel like I don't regret it at all. I just feel like the teachers at public schools are really passionate about what they do, because they don't make as much as private school teachers do, and I just feel like all of the support and guidance that they give to you is really genuine, and I feel like that's something that I'm not saying you won't see it at a private school, but I just feel like it's a lot more sincere at a public school, especially here in Pasadena.
Well said. So let's hear it for our students. Great job. Thank you so much. I would like to invite up each of our principals. We've gone beyond the time, but if you wanted to make a final pitch, who wants to start? Mr. Hernandez? I mean, along the same lines, why should they choose one of our schools?
Did you do your UCFs? I submitted it 2 hours ago.
So, I think we're really all on the same wavelength, and I'll just echo what the student said, and I think it means more coming from them because they experience it day in and day out, and we have a different experience as adults. But, our job is to support and provide for students, and I think one of the things that we really work hard at doing, especially at PHS, is empowering students, because ultimately in 4 short years they're going to be making decisions about their life, and we're here to help guide them. Are they going to make mistakes? Yes, but we want to help them learn how to correct those mistakes before they become adults. And so, just in short, we provide an array of things, and like Erica said, money spent, I think, over the next 4 years as opposed to 4 years after that, in my opinion, is money wasted, because the opportunities and the experiences that the student have, I mean, business academies, health, culinary arts, creative media art, app academy, computers, students have every opportunity here in the district, and it's just something that I think that families should take advantage of.
David Ibarra, principal at Blair, and just to piggyback off what Mr. Hernandez, but most importantly what our student said, I'm a proud product of PUSD, and I think all our high schools, all our schools really, the programs that we have are, world class. It's the ultimate, comprehensive experience for a high school student. We have, athletics, like we said, the academics, but I think this group, and obviously we didn't do this on purpose, but if you just look at the cultural diversity of just this student panel, I think speaks to, what you can't replicate at a private school and you won't get necessarily anywhere else. And knowing, being from Pasadena, I think that was definitely one of the things that I remember most about my high school experience, is those opportunities to meet different people, different cultures, different languages that, looking back, I don't know if I necessarily appreciated in the moment, but I definitely think as I gotten older, I learned to appreciate it even more. And I love to see it in our students and, their ability to interact, and just how articulate all of these students were and being able to express their thoughts. And they all come from different backgrounds, economic status, and different experiences at school, but they were all, able to express and, just really articulate their experiences at a public school. So I'm hoping that you guys make the same choice.
Hi, I'm Mark Anderson. I'm the principal of Marshall. The students did an excellent job of articulating very well-rounded reasons why they love their schools, and I appreciate so many of the comments that they made and that my colleagues have just made. And essentially, at our public schools, you get a high-quality, world-class education at a public price, which is free. And you'll find that the outcomes that you get is based on the input that you and your child are willing to put in, and you could find a place for your child at each of these places. I always tell people, whatever school you're going to go to, there's going to be days that your child's going to love school, and there's going to be days they're going to come home and they don't like school. And it comes down to how are we going to react, and can we work with the students and find things that they enjoy and that they love. And you have very well-rounded kids, and all of these kids have taken a different path to where they are today and to get here. And so it's just putting your kid on that path with the right supports. And you guys came here, so obviously you're caring parents and you're doing lots of wonderful things. So this would be just a great place to have. And we have such a great public school system here. Take advantage of it. So thank you very much.
Ditto, 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 ditto. Really excellent job, students. Really proud of all of you. I have a 7th grader, not an 8th grader, but a 7th grader at Blair, and a 3rd grader coming up after him, and so here in the district. And I'm excited. I don't know where he's going to choose. I want him to wear blue and gold, but we'll see what happens. I just wanted to share with you just, I know all of us have tours also. I think it's really important for you to come onto the campus and see for yourself what it's like during a regular school day and visit classrooms. I just had an experience the Friday before. Ours are every Friday morning, and we had an experience the Friday before Thanksgiving. A couple of families come through for our tour, and that night someone had tagged me in a Facebook post, and so I looked it up, and this parent had gone on Facebook and talked about just how blown away he was by what he had seen during the school tour. It was very, very gratifying, but I think just speaks to how important it is for you to see for yourselves the great things that are happening, and so if you can, to take your student with you to see what it's like. so they get a feel for each of the campuses that you're considering. So thank you again to all of you for coming tonight.
This ends our program. My sincerest thanks to each and every one of you. You are very, very impressive. I couldn't be more proud, and I thank you for being such amazing ambassadors. This is information on open enrollment. This is the logo you look for on our website, and you have information about the process and contact information if you have any further questions. So please take up our invitation to actually visit our campuses, and we're here to answer any questions that you have. Thank you again.